What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute, but I've had so many comments of so many people still interested in hearing about Chris Watts, and they've asked me, what is the craziest things that you've ever heard about the Chris Watts case? So in this video, I'm just going to talk about the most bizarre things that I have found about this case. So the first really weird thing that I thought was pretty stupid in this case was that Chris was actually taking romantic advice from Google. And while Google romance advice isn't really necessarily bizarre in and of itself, the fact that Chris Watts was searching for dating tips while he was still married to Shanann is so crazy. While Chris reportedly met Nicole Kessinger, his co-worker, he would begin an affair with in June of 2018. The romance seemed to have escalated quickly by the following month. According to People, the case revealed that Chris had Googled when to tell someone that you love them for the first time in a new relationship on July 25th, which was actually less than 3 weeks before he murdered his wife Shanann and his 2 daughters, as well as his unborn son. Chris's Google search indicated that the married man was moving quickly with Kessinger and was ready to take their relationship to the next level, despite already being married to someone else. Strangely enough, Chris also Googled, "What do you feel when someone tells you that they love you?" suggesting that he either didn't know or wanted to accurately react to any romantic declarations. So this next thing is what really trips me out every single time, and it's the fact that Chris Watts' mistress, Nicole, was actually wedding dress shopping online, and reports from court documents showed that Kessinger actually spent over 2 hours searching Google for wedding dresses just 9 days before Chris killed his wife and kids. Of course, searching for wedding dresses isn't a crime by any means, but Kessinger's search history suggested that she was incredibly serious about her relationship with Chris and was already thinking about a future with the man she'd allegedly only been dating for approximately 6 weeks. So it's been reported that Chris was actually involved with multiple other people. Since his arrests for the murders, several people have come forward claiming that they were romantically involved with him. A man named Trent Bolt actually told investigators that he reportedly had been in a 10-month-long relationship with Chris, which ended in the spring of 2018, months prior to the murders. Meanwhile, the outlet noted that Bolt's mother claimed Watts had given her son money while they were together and even paid for him to get lip injections. Additionally, there was a woman named Amanda McMahon who also alleged that she had been involved with Chris, and she would say that he seemed like a genuine guy and was funny and charming, but she also claimed that she saw a darker side of Chris during the weeks they were seeing each other. She said the best way she could describe it is that he would zone out into a different person, and that she also had been misled by Chris, who reportedly told her he was divorced. Upon finding out about his wife and children, she explained that it made her feel beyond betrayed, nasty, and dirty, and she eventually split with Chris. Another really bizarre thing in this case was actually Nicole Kessinger's Google history. While Chris Watts' mistress has maintained that she believed he was separated from his wife when they met, police later discovered a strange piece of information on Nicole Kessinger's mobile phone. According to the documents compiled by investigators' data, Kessinger's phone showed that she'd Googled shanannwatts actually a whole year before she even started her affair with Chris. Last but not least, we already know that Chris Watts Googled the lyrics to the Metallica song Battery after disposing of the bodies of his pregnant wife, Shanann Watts, and their 2 daughters. But, however, that's not all he did. As reported by Daily Mail, surveillance footage of Chris Watts was actually captured at a convenience store on the morning of the murders. Around 8 a.m., he was filmed picking up a sandwich and chatting with the cashier. Watts can also be seen in the video clip wearing an orange t-shirt with sunglasses and a baseball cap. Chris seemingly was reported to be calm while picking up his snack, and now seems particularly haunting as he'd only recently murdered and buried his family, having initially left his home around 5:30 a.m. that same day. While this is far from the only bizarre thing about the Watts murders, it's definitely strange to consider that Chris decided to run some normal errands right after committing these heinous crimes. Before I close out this video, I almost forgot to add this, and this is probably the most disturbing piece of information about the case, was that Chris Watts' first attempt to murder his daughters was actually unsuccessful. Chris revealed a plethora of details about the case to an author named Sherilyn Cadle, which were published in her book, Letters from Christopher. In this book and in some of the letters, he reported that his attempt to kill his young daughters, Bella and Celeste, was unsuccessful the first go-round. Reportedly, August 13th, the morning of, Chris states that he went into the girls' room first before Shanann and I had our argument. Chris allegedly wrote a letter to Cadel that he went to Bella's room, then Cece's room, and used a pillow from their beds to kill them. That's why the cause of death was smothering. He then goes on to say that after he left Cece's room, he climbed back into bed with Shanann and their argument continued. However, as Chris explained, his first attempt to smother his daughters didn't work. After Shanann had passed, Bella and Cece woke back up, he explained. I'm not sure how they woke back up, but they did. Bella's eyes were bruised, and both girls looked like they had been through trauma. That made the act much worse, knowing I went to their rooms first and knowing I still took their lives at the location of the batteries.